Yeah. Can I just give like a maybe on the rest of the show? We might. Are we doing this daily?
No, I didn't think so. No.
Well, I was gonna say if we're gonna do this again tomorrow or something, maybe we should save the DC for tomorrow. Cause,
I would say absolutely.
That's fine. I can be DC.
I don't think anyone's even. If anyone was listening, I think they tuned out like an hour into it. But
it's 2 hours and 30 minutes.
No, I have more viewers now than like before, which is interesting. I guess.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah. So in terms of the next podcast, I'm more than happy. Like I told Steven earlier that I'm actually off this week, so I'm more than happy to do it tomorrow at the same time. If you guys want to continue with the DC stuff.
Yeah, I could do it at the same time.
Excellent.
It's fine.
That's perfect.
Do you guys want to do what we're picking up today or tomorrow? Since tomorrow is New Comic Day, I don't know if you want to do that today.
Okay, we can do that now if you want. I mean, I don't think it's
I've got my list here. I mean, I order all my comics from Discount Comic Book Services. So it's for me, it shows me my shipment. So right now, it shows me exactly what the first week of comics I'm getting is. But I get them on a monthly basis. Yeah, you want me to go first?
Yeah, please.
All right, so I've got a few books here. I've got some single issues, and then I've got 2 hardcovers and 1 softcover. So the single issues I'm getting is Ben Reilly's Scarlet Spider number 17. I spoke to Stephen about this earlier. I'm not loving this book, but I am a huge fan of Ben Reilly. And, this is exactly what I told Stephen earlier. So when I first started reading Spider-Man, it was the mid-'90s. It was when Ben Reilly came back. Within about a year or 2, he picked up the mantle of Spider-Man. And to me, he will always be my Spider-Man. Wow. I absolutely loved that character. He was so fresh. What I loved about him was acting with characters that Peter had a relationship with that he's never met. And it was just so fresh. And then a lot of it has to do with, so any newcomer to comics will most likely, especially at a young age, will most likely fall in love first year or 2 of stories that read because they have no frame of reference. But as you read, like over the years, you get jaded. So the stories become unoriginal because you've read them before. This is that story. This is not as interesting as it was. But for me, that first year or 2 will always be fresh. Will always be my favorite Spider-Man kind of run. I've read other things that I've absolutely, but to me, that's my Spider-Man. And so I've always been a huge supporter of anything involving Ben. Anything they do. Like a couple of years ago, like we talked about Stephen earlier, that they kind of hinted that Ben Reilly would return in that Kane Scarlet Spider book, and he didn't return. It was just bullshit. But I did buy those issues. A couple of years prior to that, they released Clone Saga, basically showing you how the Clone Saga was supposed to happen. I bought that. So I'm not loving this book, and this is not the Ben Reilly I used to know. And Stephen explained to me that, well, it's literally not. It's not just the way he's written, but it's actually literally not, because this is a clone of a clone, and he's got a different personality. And so that's fine, but I'm enjoying it enough to keep reading it. I'm not loving it, but that's one of the books I'm getting.
Okay.
The other book is Captain America number 700. I'm dropping this book at 703, 702. Those are one of those. It's my last. I like it. It's not bad. It's not great. So it's getting the X. But I look forward to reading this. The next book is Deadly Class number 33. I haven't read this book. I've been buying it since it came out, but I haven't read it since issue 5 or 6. I loved what I read, but again, going back, to what I said earlier, I tend to, especially if it's a continuing series, tend to comics and collect them until they're done. The book is done, the series is done, or the run is, and that's when I would go back and. So I'm just kind of collecting. collecting it at this point. Sorry. Were you saying something?
No, no one said anything.
Yeah, but there is something that's interesting because I did want to ask you a question or just say one thing. A lot of people really loved Deadly Class when it first came out, but I was looking at the reviews of the latest issue that came out, the last one, 32, and people were like, "That's not the Deadly Class that I was reading before. Like, this isn't."
The thing, I only read the first 2 volumes. I'm gonna try to jump back into it, but I haven't read it for quite a while.
Too, that there was some sort of misstep recently.
Yeah.
So that technique might backfire. What I'm doing right now, I guess. But I don't know. Hopefully it's just a small misstep, a couple of issues.
I don't know. I haven't only read the first 2 volumes because I go to a comic book club and
did you like it?
From my local comic book store. Yeah, I did like it a lot. I want to go try the other issues, just haven't had time to check it out.
Okay. The next book I'm getting is Exiles. It's the new Saladin Ahmed, I guess is his name.
I'm interested in that one too.
I've never read anything by this guy, but apparently he's doing a fantastic job on Black Bolt, even though I haven't read it. I bought this book based on that. Plus,
yes, Black Bolt is great. To me. Yeah, it's great. I just wish it didn't get canceled.
Oh, it got canceled?
Yeah, it got canceled. It only lasted 12 issues. And I think it's because Black Bolt's not a popular character.
Yeah.
I don't think it has anything to do with the quality of the run, because I've heard a lot of good stuff about it for people, and I did like it myself. I mean, I enjoyed the entire run.
So, well, I'm excited about this book, and the other selling, they have a tune as part of the team.
Yeah, I'm interested in that team that they have for Exiles. I did like the first Exile series that I read in I guess the early 2000s. And
yes, that was really fun. It was just like dimension hopping from one.
Yeah, that's what I like about Exiles. It was so fun.
Yeah, that was really good.
It's fun seeing different universes.
Yes, alternate realities. That was really cool. That was actually a really fun book. I don't have the whole series, but I have a bunch of issues. The next book is one that Raw's going to be happy. It's Oblivion Song #2.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I haven't read the first issue, but again, this is one of the books that I'm kind of collecting and then reading, in kind of a couple of days. The final single issue I have is Ninja Turtles I love this book. I've been a huge fan of the Turtles since the early, since the '90s cartoon, and this book is just, it's just done justice to those characters. They've been doing a fantastic job. Then I'm getting 2 hardcovers apparently coming out this week. The Action Comics number 1000, 80 Years of Superman hardcover. At this point, I don't even remember what's in it, to be honest. It's just, I guess, a bunch of stories, and I don't know. Anyway, so I'm looking forward to this one. I'm a sucker for anniversary issues and celebrations and things like that in comic books. I kind of feel like it's a very joyous occasion, and I want to be part of it. But that was a definite buy for me. The second one is another hardcover. It's from Aftershock. It's called Shock. It's an anthology, and apparently I can't remember exactly who's involved, but it's a lot of really good creative team. And then the last one is called Big Planet Comics Red. It's another anthology, but it's a much smaller, shorter one. That's pretty much my pull for this week.
I gotta ask you a question about
Sure.
the Action Comics 1000.
Yeah.
I know that the 1000 didn't drop yet.
No,
it got delayed to April. I mean, it is April. April 18. Glad.
Okay.
So this one does not include action. This includes, if I'm reading the copy, this is basically a celebration It's a hardcover celebration of 80 years of Superman.
Yeah, like an anthology hardcover book, something like that.
Okay. Yeah, it basically says we revisit stories from across the decades, featuring key character debuts, essays, and collection. So it's a collection of reprints with some new stuff. It's curated by Paul Levitz. And then it's got here, it seems like some unpublished stories, and then new stories like one written by Paul Levitz with Neil Adams on art. So it's very long copy about all the reprints and stuff in it. And the thing about it is it's 384 pages, and it's a $30 book. So for the number of pages, it's actually not too bad as a hard. And because I bought it from Discount Comics, I got it for like $15. So that's
sweet.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. I guess that's your list for this week.
That's my list. Yeah.
Do you want to go next, Steve?
Yeah, I'll go next, even though I have a lot of books. It's Detective Comics. I really love that run. I mean, I like the whole battle between Batwoman and Batman fighting on whether it should, I guess, kill villains or not kill. I like that whole. I guess it's kind of very drama heavy, and I like that his drama heavy is a well balanced, and I think it's pretty great the way they do it. And Gene Salian he's doing phenomenal in that book, and I like it a lot. And I'm picking out The Flash. I also like that series too. It's pretty interesting with the Flash War and Gorilla Grodd.
Is that happening, or is that going to happen?
No, it is happening. There already is the whole Flash family fighting Gorilla Grodd.
And that's the Flash War?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought there was going to be like a bunch of Flashes fighting each other. That's what I was waiting for.
Oh, there is. Oh, yeah, there is a part. Because Gorilla Grodd ends up mind controlling all the Flashes, and they end up fighting Barry. He has to fight them by himself.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's badass.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting. I also like Wonder Woman number 44 with James Robinson. I've been really liking what he's done to the series. The whole Wonder Woman fighting Darkseid is interesting, and I like seeing Wonder Woman's brother. His name is Jason, and I want to get to know more about the character. It's pretty interesting. Then I'm picking Old Man Logan number 38. It's another one I actually like. It's by Ed Bryson, and I like Ed Bryson's writing a lot. I've been picking up most of his Marvel books. I like there's a story arc with Kingpin as the mayor, and apparently Old Man Logan's fighting against that, and it's pretty interesting seeing that.
That's going on in Daredevil, right?
Yeah, it's Daredevil's both. Because it was going on in Daredevil, but now it started going on in Old Man Logan too. Like they're both going through the same thing.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, you and my dad are in the same boat, because my dad's been picking up Old Man Logan. He's really into Old Man Logan right now. I don't know why.
It's really good. I like it.
Okay.
Spider-Man and Deadpool number 31. Also interested in. I don't know. I like the recent storyline with. It's like it goes back and forth between the past and the future with Old Man Peter Parker and Old Man Deadpool, and it's pretty funny how they try to be superheroes while they're old as I guess, old as fuck. So yeah, it's pretty funny.
Is that what's going on? Is old man Peter Parker there?
Yeah, there's an old man. I noticed in the cover is Hulk. I'm not sure just because they go back and forth between the future and the past. Like it's telling two stories at the same time. So I don't know if this arc is gonna be just on the present time or. I noticed you see Hulk in the cover for some reason. I don't know why. But I guess I'll see why when it comes out.
Uh-huh.
And then Trinity number 21. I like that. I've been liking that one too. It's another James Robinson. And I kind of like that exploring this new world called Sakarkis. And I like to see the characters explore that world. It's pretty interesting. Then is Red Hood and the Outlaws, number 21. I actually like that one too. Is with it deals with Red Hood and Bizarro and Artemis. I think is they're trying to Bizarro's gotten like intelligent, and I guess Red Hood's trying to understand what is he doing behind their backs or because there is something that Bizarro is hiding from Red Hood and Artemis, and they're trying to figure out why is he hiding from them.
I just did my research on that, and I've been missing out. I do want to get a good Arsenal storyline.
Oh, he's not in there anymore.
Oh.
He left the team, even to Titans, and I've not been liking that book.
That sucks.
It's not. I dropped it. It's not good. And then what else? Supergirl number 20. I'm picking that up.
What's that?
Supergirl number 20.
Oh, okay.
I think it's because I know this series is canceled too. I'm not sure this is the last issue, but I did like it in the beginning, but in the end it started falling off. I mean, like they went through a whole the whole town goes against Supergirl, and she has to deal with that, and everybody just being a straight up dick to her, and I don't like it. But I guess it's pretty interesting seeing her struggle with National City not liking her anymore. I guess that's about it. And I am reading X-Men Red number 3. I want to read X-Men Red number 3. I like that one. I mean, it's interesting. I mean, they only started the series, and it's from Tom Taylor, and I do like that Jean Grey's kind of trying to come up with this I guess a country for mutants, and I guess people are having problems with that, so I just see how it develops. And
okay.
I am picking up Ninja Turtles as well. I want to see even though I've not been liking what Splinter's been doing, so I'll see how it, I guess, ends up for the next story arc. I'm gonna check out Immortal Man. I have no idea what it's gonna be about because the first issue. I was gonna test that out, see if it's good or not. I'm gonna check out Star Wars Thrawn number 3, and I've been liking that series. It's only a mini series. It's only been the 3rd issue, and it's just showing the origin story of Dawn. That's about it.
But is it good so far?
Yeah, it's good so far. Because you get to see how he gets to join the Empire, and it seems like he joins the Empire because of his intellect. I think that's pretty interesting.
Okay.
And I am picking up Ben Riley's Carter Spider, number 17, because it deals with the whole damnation thing, which is, I don't know how I feel about it yet, but it's kind of interesting seeing all these dark, I mean, like is it Midnight Suns going against the Avengers? Because the Avengers are controlled by Mephisto. I thought that was interesting. Also picking up Scooby Apocalypse number 24. I actually like that series a lot. It's pretty interesting seeing the Scooby characters going through like a zombie apocalypse kind of thing. And you see them.
A lot of people like that.
Yeah, I didn't think it was gonna be this good, but it is. I actually enjoyed it a lot. Sideways number 3 is another series I'm picking up. I'm not feeling it.
What?
It's okay. It's just that he's too. I think I started to understand it a little bit, but he's way
Sorry,
too
what was it about?
sideways.
Oh, I am not reading that.
Yeah, because he's too much into his technology, and I'm not really into the whole person who can't get off his phone kind of thing. But I'll see what it is, because it seems like he's like very irresponsible. And it's like it's trying to be like Peter Parker, but more of an extreme kind of way, where he's really irresponsible and not aware of the world. It seems like that.
Well, there's your second Spanish superhero that we don't get.
Yes, I know. I noticed he's another Spanish superhero. He's Mexican, I think.
Or some shit. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm also picking up Domino number 1. I really want to see I really like Gail Simone as a writer. She's pretty great. I think she's like one of my favorite female writers. And I just want to see what she does with Domino. And then there's Exiles number 1. I'm picking up 2. I already described that. Bloodshot number 8. I also like. It's a Jeff Lemire. That's a writer I actually like a lot. Also picking up Falcon number 7 with. I actually like it's like Mephisto fighting Falcon, which is kind of weird, but I actually like what they're doing there.
I think you're picking up the whole rack.
Not really.
I like how you first said I don't have a lot of books this week.
I said I have a lot of books this week. Oh, God.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said you didn't have a lot of books this week.
I said I do have a lot. I think you miss.
Yeah, I misheard you.
Yeah. And then it's Attorney number 2. It's a new book. I've been intrigued by it. I guess it deals with a girl who finds out she could live in for eternity. And then new Superman and Justice League of China. I almost said America. Yeah, I'm picking that up too. I actually like that team. Spider-Man. I mean, not Spider-Man. Superman. That Asian Superman. He's kind of a jerk, and I kind of like that. Ninja K number 6. It's also another book I'm picking up.
Have you been enjoying that? I got the first issue, and I looked through the second one, and I was just like, eh.
I like it. It's just I like how it's exploring the ninja. I mean, the corporate, like the secret agent organization. Like there was different ninjas at different point of times. And I think that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, I didn't like how they made it's not Ninjak anymore. It's Ninja K.
Yeah, I noticed that there's different types of ninjas. I didn't think it was gonna be interesting, but now that I started reading it, I actually like it. I don't know.
I heard good things about that book. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Unbeatable Score Girl. I like.
Of course.
Yeah, I've been liking that series a lot, and it seemed like there's a new story arc because the last story arc was the Silver Surfer, and that was pretty funny. I mean, they had like a different Silver Surfer that acts like a real California surfer. That was pretty funny. And then the real Silver Surfer comes in, and they had to, I guess, they had to fight the California Silver Surfer.
California Silver Surfer?
Yeah, it was like a all friend Silver Surfer came out of nowhere and started.
Oh, like an actual surfer?
Yeah, he was like.
Okay.
Yeah, he was like stealing money from a squirrel planet, and the actual Silver Surfer comes around and they team up to defeat him. So it's pretty funny. And I think that's pretty much it. I'm not seeing anything else here.
Cool. I did want to ask you something about. Do you read Batman as well?
Not really. I didn't like.
You guys pick it up now.
No.
Oh yeah.
Well, right now you do. Him and Selena are getting married.
I know that's happening, but I've not been liking what's been going on. I don't like that series. I don't know.
I like the psychology in issue 44. If you do end up reading it, I won't mess it up for you. But
I haven't read it yet.
That hasn't come out yet. I've heard about that.
It did.
It's like Batman going through PTSD.
No.
Something like that.
No.
It was something like that. What are you talking about then?
I was talking about there's this I don't know how long Batman and Selena are gonna last because Batman is the hero that Gotham doesn't need, but Selena's still a fucking thief, and it's just crazy, that dynamic. I want to see how far that goes. So
yeah, I'm wondering how that would work because it seems like she is still a thief.
She steals her wedding dress. That's the whole last issue. Her stealing her wedding dress. Crazy. So I mean, it's not crazy, but there's psychology going into this, and that how she wants to be the Bat wife, but at the same time she's Selena. She wants to be a thief at the same time. So you kind of explore that a little bit, and I thought it was interesting.
Oh, because I thought you saw there's some upcoming storyline with Batman having PTSD about his parents, something like that. I think it's to be with Booster Gold.
That's nuts. I want to see that.
Yeah, that's way later, I think.
Okay.
So, what are you getting, Rob?
All right, I'll make mine as fast as I possibly can, which it shouldn't take too long. I'm gonna pull Detective Comics 978 just for my dad, because I'm not gonna lie, it's actually really good. Spoiler alert for anyone that's not or that hasn't read it already. I gotta spoil this already. I'll throw you off a little bit, so it's not exactly what I'm about to say, but it's what I'm about to say.
So it's Detective Comics that you're spoiling?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, it's fine. I mean, I've been reading it. Go ahead.
Well, I don't know about E. You know what I mean? So.
I don't read Detective, but I do read. Well, I have Batman. I just haven't read.
All right. Well, what I'm about to tell you, you're gonna be like, what? Yo,
yeah.
Batwoman kills Batman, and then Tim Drake turns into Batman in the future, and then now Tim Drake's trying to find a way for that shit not to happen. When I read that shit, I was like, what? It's so
I
cool.
She killed Clayface. I don't think she did. I know it's a future that.
See, that's what I'm talking about. And what I'm saying isn't exactly the truth, but it's the truth.
You think that's gonna happen?
Well, if Tim Drake does what he's supposed to do, hey, Lovebug, thank you for coming by. If Tim Drake does whatever he thinks is necessary to change that, but as of right now, yeah, that's gonna happen. And I think that that's so badass. So I got to continue the story. I got to see what's going on with Batwoman. I have no idea.
I've been loving that book. It's freaking great, man. with Clayface, it's pretty sad what happened to him, and it was his time to get redemption, and Batwoman just yeah, she just crushed it to pieces. Which I can understand is not her fault. I mean, like, he was mind controlled, so I can see why she did it.
I mean, that's a whole different conversation for like that'll take a while, but I don't know. I'm still on Batman's side as always when it comes to that. I'm wondering how deep and down the
I'm not in anyone's side, but I can understand what's going on with both of the characters. Like, I try to see both perspectives. I don't like. I'm always the person that always be in the middle. I never try to like take one side.
Well, I don't completely agree with Batwoman, just because, like, I don't know, you don't turn on your people like that, and especially you're going to go as far as to kill him. Like, this dude raised you to what you are. You're wearing his symbol on your fucking shirt. Like, calm down. Go talk to him about it or something like that. I don't know. But I'm not completely on her side. All right, let me continue to try to make this quick. The next book I'm getting is Crude #1. I was going to pass on it, but I like the storyline of a dad who gets his son sent to him in a body bag, and now he's going to look at his son's history and find out who his son was.
Jeez, what is that book? Crude?
Yeah, Crude #1 by Image Comics. Probably no one notable that we can like reference to be like, oh my god, that's the reason, but I'm going to give it a chance, and it's the first issue, so, I mean, you can't really go wrong with it. After that, I'm going to get Domino just to give it a try. Domino #1. I want to get one of the variant issues. I know that J. Scott Campbell is doing covers, so that's going to be the one I'm looking for. Nothing crazy about that one. Next one I'm picking up is Eternity Girl 2. I had the privilege of meeting Magdalene Visaggio, and she actually signed my first 2 issues. I love the concept for Eternity Girl.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. I like it.
Yeah, the first issue was it didn't solidify it as something crazy, but like basically the concept of it is a girl gets manipulated by a group and then to get superpowers, and those superpowers kind of throw away her life, and now she's depressed, but she can't die. She's tried to commit suicide.
That's like
she can't die. So one of her arch nemesis comes to her in like a spiritual form, and she's like, the only way that you can die is if you destroy the universe. So what does Eternity Girl decide? She decides she's going to destroy the universe so she can die.
Oh, wow.
I didn't really notice that, but...
Yeah, so I want to see, I definitely need to see, I think this is only a 5-part series, so I need to see how it ends. I want to see what happens here. And I love the artwork on the cover. It's very nice. Continuing Gideon Falls 2, we're getting a kind of Daredevil style mystery thing going on, a supernatural mystery where 2 people...
So if anyone's still listening, so that when you edit it, because there will be a gap between whenever start recording and whenever we picked up again. So if you are listening, there was issue technically that basically you missed the part of the podcast where we were discussing, I guess it was just after Raw came on, right?
Yeah, I think it's when he was describing Oblivion song, and then it just cut off.
I see, okay.
The sound
yeah.
The song cut off completely. I don't know why.
Okay, so they didn't really miss much. Next, the next song after the next comic after Oblivion song.
Sure.
Right. So yeah, you can. We're recording again, so you can continue.
All right. So far, just a quick recap. I know there were a little technical difficulties. I did Domino, Crude, Eternity Girl 2, Gideon Falls 2, and Oblivion Song 2. After that is Prism Stalker 2, which a lot of people are calling artistically like the new Sailor Moon, which I'm not really seeing the resemblance between the two, but I will say that Prism Stalker 2's art is beautiful, and I've been picking up a lot of comics lately that their art is just magnificent. The brand that I really want to give a shout out that's doing Eternity Girl 2 is DC's Young Animal brand. All their stuff so far that I've read is trippy. Like, that's just the best way I can describe it. I've read Cave Carson and the Cybernetic Eye, and I loved it.
Yeah, I've loved that one.
Yeah.
And
I loved it, and I loved like the subliminal, like the dude was a star and he died, so he imploded on himself like a real star. I just thought all that was so genius. I'm really enjoying that. In Prism Stalker, the human race is captured by another race, and this girl's just trying to figure out a way out to freedom. Is she going to leave her family? Who knows? But just the art in it, I love so much. So that's why I'm picking that up. I want to see how that ends. I'm picking up Sideways number 3. I need to see who this Speedy girl is. I like the first 2 issues, me personally. It wasn't bad to me. So I'm picking that up. And I'm sorry if I'm not going too much into detail. I'm trying to make this as fast as possible because we've spent so much time here.
I know, 3 hours.
3 hours doing this. I don't want to I only
it's okay.
actually have 2 more that I'm going to be picking up. I'm not picking up Supergirl. I'm going to be picking up Thanos 18. Why? Because I think this is the last issue in the Thanos saga. It's Thanos versus Thanos. Like, that's going to be crazy. And Ghost Rider is in it. Frank Castle in a previous issue said that he wants to kill Thanos. I'm thinking that he kills both of them. I'm thinking that the Cosmic Ghost Rider is going to be the last one standing. I cannot wait to see what happens. It's going to be fucking amazing. The last issue, which was issue 17, was amazing. What we just saw happen to Silver Surfer. Definitely on my list. I'm going to be there early in the morning just to make sure I pick up this copy. 2 thumbs up.
Isn't there an annual coming out? Like,
but does the annual have to do with the it?
I don't know. I know it's.
I don't know either. I don't.
That was written by Donny Cates. Oh wait, I have it right here. It's written by Donny Cates. Oh, and a bunch of others. Okay, so probably not.
Yeah, I don't really pay attention to the annuals, but I definitely want to make sure that I Right now, I'm on the hunt to find issue 13 to 16 because I need.
So, speaking of that, why is the lenticular cover so cheap?
Because I guess the variant, everyone's doing the lenticular covers nowadays. I guess that's devaluing it. When I saw them, I was like, oh, that's fucking awesome. But, I mean.
That's the one I got it for $6 just a couple of weeks ago.
I think in the long term, people are going to want it regardless. It's just right now, people are looking for the first prints because they're hard to get. They keep on selling out. I wouldn't be surprised if tomorrow Thanos 18's first print sells out like crazy. This is the last issue. So, I'm looking forward to that. And the last thing on my list, I was going to pick up X-Men Red number 3 just because Gambit. Come on. But I can wait. I can wait for that a little bit. The last thing I'm going to be picking up, and as you can see, a majority of my pickups this week are not Marvel or DC. I don't even have a DC. Well, besides Detective Comics, they're all. Well, no, I'm lying. I got a couple DCs, but I'm mostly picking up Image Comics. I'm really liking the indies coming out. So the last one is Versus number 3. I've
heard a lot of good things about that.
So that's the guy I was talking about, the guy who drew Assad Ribic. He's the guy who drew the Thor run.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's how you say his name. Yeah, he gets a lot of acclaim.
That's how I pronounce it. I don't even know if it.
No, that seems right. That seems right. What he's doing with the art in it, I love the art. Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah. It's beautiful. It's kind of hard to describe the story. Why? Because the art, there's so much chaos going on that you don't even know who's on whose side. Everyone has their own little costume and everyone's shooting at each other. No one has names, so it's just chaos going on. But I do like the concept. I like the way that issue 2 left off in the sense that we're seeing stocks. You know what I mean? And I won't go into depth for what that is, but the story has potential. If they really like hone everything together and make it more linear, then we have we have something here. So I'll definitely be putting that on my list. And yeah, that's it. That's my polls for this week. Ta-da.
That's pretty cool. I think I have the least number of comics this week.
That's fine.
You think so? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I think we're either equal or I'm picking up a little bit less comics. Before we wrap up, I just want to, if you're listening, right, and if you're interested in contacting us, just to tell us we suck, or just to ask us any questions, or just to say anything, you can reach us ultimate A podcast at gmail.com. Ultimate A podcast, that's one word, at gmail.com. So if you are interested in contact that in that way, I'll be sharing with you guys that detail.
Oh, okay.
I love him, man. He's good. He's good. And you said you didn't have any previous history with this?
No, I didn't. Yeah.
You're good. I like this guy.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think you are pretty good.
Well, I guess that kind of wraps up today's episode. Not that, we did it too prematurely. I think it was long overdue.
Well, honestly, personally speaking, I had a lot of fun with you guys. I hope that we regular basis. I think that with time, as we get used to doing this more often, we'll have more self-control. What we kind of delve into.
This happened to my first podcast too. I mean,
okay.
I think it happens when people get to know each other.
Yeah.
It's the love and passion for it. I mean, we spent an hour probably on the Avengers, and then
that's right. Yeah.
After that, it was just like
it was a lot.
But I definitely had fun with this too. I don't really get to speak to too many people about my comic lore. I literally went to the comic store the other day and I was like, give me a discreet bag. Like, give me something to hide.
Right.
And I got to learn some stuff. I'm learning the artists and the writers from these gentlemen, which I'm not too well versed on, but I'm guessing by the end of this podcast that will change significantly.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the main draw for me, and also I think, Stephen, you said that as well, that it's just having someone to talk to about this obsession that we, like, literally, just for our own sanity, to kind of talk about, like, there's literally no other person I can go to and say, oh my God, did you read the new issue of Amazing Spider-Man? Did you see what Norman Osborn did? Like, no one can kind of discuss that. Even movies, like, which is more popular, movies are more popular. Even that, like, discussing it with them is very basic, very superficial. You can't really delve into the details of, oh, this happened. It's just there's no real frame of reference. So it's great to have this kind of support group, I guess.
Yeah, I agree.
Comics Anonymous, or Awesomeness Anonymous.
Yeah.
I agree, and Reddit doesn't give that much of a good experience trying to talk about comic books, to be honest.
Alright, well, you want to wrap it up, Senor Steven?
Yeah, I guess that's it. That's pretty much... I hope you guys enjoyed a 3-hour podcast. I don't know. You could try to listen to this piece by piece, I guess.
And definitely join us next time for DC have, I think, 3 new imprints coming out, and they're very different from each other. And I think, personally speaking, I'm really excited about this, to be honest. I think with each one, I've got one that I'm really excited about, and I'll be interested in hearing what you guys think. Well, hopefully we meet again tomorrow. When you actually upload it, Stephen, I don't know. Yeah. So I do want to thank you both. Stephen, thank you for setting this up. Raw, thank you for being part of it, and I personally had a lot of fun, and I look forward to the next one.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, I hope people enjoy this podcast, and I think I'm just gonna end it here. And that's. I guess so do you have anything to say, Ra, or?
I guess we'll leave it as that. Hey, listen, you guys are awesome. You guys allow us to do this for a living. Not yet, but you're allowing us the opportunity to do this, and we hope that our discussions aren't crazy. I guess we already said everything. I just want to leave with something, that's not just, all right, Flea. Yeah, enjoy your nights. Let your inner nerds show proudly, and we'll see you next time.
Have a week. Tell them Steve Dave and any other sign off that we know until we actually come up with a real sign off.
Exactly. I'm just pointing at the camera like an action.
All right, I'm gonna cut off the recording.
Okay, that's a good sign off.